What's going on, everyone in YouTube world? It's the Cockney biker here, and I've got a bit of a story to tell you. Now then, see that there? That is a Garmin Navigator V for BMW Motorrad. They're bloody expensive pieces of equipment, they are. If you can afford them though, they're fantastic. So this bike, this particular Garmin came with the bike. It was just there, part and parcel. Which is one of the reasons that I was really overjoyed to snap this bike up, because I didn't have to spend an extra grand on getting one of those things. And this is the version 5. Now there is a 6th version that's come out recently, and but I'm going to talk about this one here and something that happened. So cue the intro. So a couple of days ago I pulled the GPS out of the console here and I took it indoors to basically give it an update on the software and the maps, which you have to do sort of periodically, every few months or so. Garmin, as well as TomTom and various other like GPS companies, they send out an update with updated maps and like updated features and things like that on their units. So I went on to the Garmin Express, the application there, and I loaded it up and I got the thing all charged up, and I just wanted to play about with some of the functions after it was done, which I mean took about an hour, and it was plugged into the phone, into the computer's USB. So after an hour I decided I want to take it out and I just want to play with it. I want to just use some of the functions and the features and the apps, and I was learning a few features like with the tracker and like the tracks and like the waypoints and things like that, and I was just sort of getting to know that. And I noticed that the battery, because it comes with an internal battery, the battery would like started going halfway, a quarter, a tenth, and it started telling me, yeah, you're low on battery after only about half an hour unplugged. Now obviously that's not right for these things, because the manual and everything says you should get at least 4 hours out of it. There shouldn't be any problems, there should be no complaints. So obviously my battery, which is one of those lithium-ion batteries, needs to be replaced. I thought that's easy enough. Just go on to Amazon or Batteries and Bulbs Plus or some website or something like that, and you look up the make and manufacturer and like get yourself another one. So I googled like mad, you know, how to, you know, replacing the battery on the Garmin, and there was a lot of like blurbs and forums, comments, things like that that says forget it, they don't sell them. And I was like, what the hell, what? So I got the part number and the type of battery it was, what its connections are, how many volts. It's a 7.4 volt and with like 920 milliamps or something. Anyway, so details aside, I go scouring through Google and the internet, some parts of the dark web, and you're right, absolutely nothing. I mean, there are lots of like aftermarket batteries for like the new 567s, the 560s, the 690s, the all these different manufacturers, but the two that they don't have anything to do with battery wise is a Navigator 5 and 6. No, actually just specifically Navigator 5. There are some optionals that you can use with the Navigator 6. And I'm getting more and more pissed off here, because even though some people said, hey, you could try the battery that fits into this, or fits into another make or manufacturer GPS, it's still the wrong voltage. They were all 3.5s. This is a 7.4 volt. So of course I've got the ump. Now I'm not livid or anything, but I'm just not a happy camper. Yeah, let's get away from under this bridge. That looked a bit dodgy. I thought, well, okay, well, look, I'll tell you what, let me see what if there's anything that the dealership can do. And some of the comments on the Google were, it'll cost you about $115. That was what one of the comments was. Actually, it was $114, but that's just details. $114 for a little 7.4 volt lithium-ion battery? Nah. So I thought, well, look, I tell you what, the least you could do is just at least give like your dealership, the dealership where you bought this bike, give them a call and see what they say. For all you know, they might say, $50 and it's yours. And I could handle that. But like when you start talking hundreds, and that's like, no, Sorry, no, not a bloody chance. So come this morning, Monday morning, I'm calling them, only to find out it's President's Day, and besides that, they close. They're closed on Mondays. It's something to do with the fact that they're open on Saturdays, and so they just close up shop and call it good. Anyway, so that's a bit of a dark cloud, but the silver lining around that cloud was, I thought, well, somebody posted a phone number for the Garmin customer service. What's the odds? Give them a call and see how much they might rape you for to get the battery from them. So I called them, and after about 10 minutes of being on hold, a very nice young man answers the phone. He's like, thank you for calling Garmin. My name is Mike. Oh, hello, Mike. I wonder if you can help me out. I've got a Navigator V for BMW, and I need to get a new battery for it because the battery on this one only lasts about half an hour, and I want to get a replacement because obviously this one's going out. And he says, well, let me just get your email address. I gave my email address, and he says, I can see here, sir, that your Garmin has been activated as of February 2015. I'm like, oh, I wouldn't really know that. I bought this thing second hand, but yeah, we'll go with that. It goes, not to worry, sir. These batteries come with a 5-year warranty, and you're well within that warranty period. Give us your address. I'll stick one in the box, and we'll send it out to you in a couple of days. I was like, what? Seriously? Really? Honestly? Really? Can you do it? Can you help a brother out? Yeah. He says, not a problem, sir. I'll sort you out. So after a little brief discussion about him being in the army, me being in the army at one point in my life, and just having a little bunny about Fort Riley and Polk and all that, because he said he knew like where I live, Louisiana. And yeah, sure enough, after all that hair pulling, and well, not like I've got any, but after all that aggravation, turns out that like all I need to do is just give them a call, and it'll be a warranty replacement, free of charge. They're paying the postage. I got an email confirmation in my inbox like about 5 minutes after we hung up the phone, and I am a happy camper. Now, is there a point, I hear you ask? Well, yeah, there's a couple of points here. All you K1600 or RT1200 owners, or basically any owner who's got like a Navigator 5, be aware that if your battery screws up, and it's likely will because there isn't much that says it turns off. It goes to sleep, but if you want to turn it off, you've got to press the button at the back of the GPS, hold it down for 5 seconds, and then it'll say, do you want me to turn off? It's just one of those little screensaver things. Now, it means that like when you put your bike up for the winter, or you just don't use it for very long or whatever, then it drains the battery itself. And so when it does that and it drains it completely dry, it screws you out of a charge. And as a result of that, it halves the life of the lithium ion battery, because they don't like to be drained, full, drained, and left dead. They just give up the ghost very easily, very quickly when that happens. So there's one thing. Now another thing, any Navigator 5 owner, be aware that if your battery does go on the fritz, if it's been 5 years or less, you can get it replaced under warranty. And you know what? The guy I spoke to was a bloody diamond. It was as sweet as a nut. Helped me out something fierce. He did me all right. But like I said, Navigator 5 owners, if you need a replacement battery, you will never ever find an aftermarket one. Forget it, I tried. So I'm pretty glad that like Garmin turned out to be a really nice company that will sort you out. Not to say that after your 5-year warranty is expired and they say, sorry mate, we've got to charge you full price, they're not going to say $275 please. It's not like they're going to say that, but I was too scared to ask the guy just in case he might change his mind. I mean, let's put it this way, if he did say to me, yeah, Cockney biker, I think what we can do is we can charge you $200 for this or something, I might actually end up biting the bullet and get myself the Navigator 6. Not it's got that much more features, but it's got a brighter screen and a clearer display. Now, one of the other reasons that I wanted to make sure that like the Navigator was going to be in tip-top condition was because in a little while, little surprise for you all, but in a little while, a month or so, I'm going to get a visit from a very good friend of mine, and it's going to blow your minds. But we're going to get a visit, and we're going to hang out, and we're going to do a bit of touring. So I need my GPS to be in tip-top. I mean, yes, I can use the phone, but bollocks. Anyway, that's all I pretty much got to say about that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button. It's just down there. There's some more videos hovering around there. And if you want to, share this video. Anyway, everyone, you take care of yourselves. You mind how you go. You ride safe. And as always, laters.